All right. Geometric, right, means we're trying to find the next u by using r to multiply to the next one, right? So if u1 is equal to 10, right? And r is equal to 1/2, right? Then u2 is equal to 1/2 of 10, right? And u3, we figured this out so far, right? Is equal to 1/2 of 1/2 of 10, right? And so on and so forth, right? And it wants to know u6. So we got to come up with a way to find u6, right? So we need a formula. Correct? So Wyatt, what am I going to do with the formula? What's happening up here? So, do I still have a 1/2 multiplying this one? And if I do, what's the exponent? 0. Right? Because this exponent is what? What's this exponent? How many of them are there? How many halves are there? 1. How? Dante, how many halves are there?
Not right now, Dan.
Well, I'm teaching right now.
Yeah, teach. I'm not even talking. Go ahead.
Okay?
2.
2!
Yes.
So I got 1/2 squared.
Who's what? She's saying that all of them. Like Rosie.
1/2 squared times 10. Right? Now, remember, this u is sub 3. But this is 2. So to put this in, if I'm going to put a u to the n, right? Then if this were 3, how would I get 2 from 3?
6.
How do I get 2 from 3? How do I get 1 from 2? How do I get 0 from 1?
Because those are halves.
No?
I don't know.
Minus 1.
Oh.
So if I plugged in, if I think about this as 1/2 to the n minus 1, right? So if this n is 3, right? This n, serious people, trying to teach.
I don't give a fuck, man.
I get that. But your test is tomorrow.
I can fail it for all I care.
Awesome. So who's supposed to care here? Me?
You don't need to care for me. I got myself. I don't even want to be here.
Well, sorry to hear that, but you are here. Alright, so I've got u sub 3. Right, Wyatt?
Yep.
And if I plug in the 3 up here, how can I make a 3 into a 2? Minus 1. How do I make a 2 into a 1? How do I make a 1 into a 0? So, do you see how that works? So I'm just going to be minusing 1 from whatever that number is. That makes sense?
That's the answer.
So in this case, what would I plug in?
You are half, right? Or half.
Yeah, half. So what power?
3/3 or fifth power.
Yeah, because it's 6 minus 1, right?
Yeah.
Good. Times what? 10. All right, now we would think that this is good, yeah? Times 10 and I'm good, right? No, this isn't the answer. It works, though. It works. But unfortunately, this is not the answer. You know why? Because we have to reduce it.
No.
Yeah. So how many 2's go into 10?
5. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, line power.
Right? So I can pull 1 2 out of the 10, right?
Yep.
How many 2's?
2, 5, 5.
1 2 out of the 10. And I'm left with a 5, right?
Yeah.
I divide the 2 out of the 10. I pull out the 2 out of the 10 and I get 1 5 left, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So what I'm doing there is, well, if I pull that out though, right? Then what's, what, these are all negatives, right? So that makes a big difference now, doesn't it? Because this means that for every odd, right? For every odd, if this is a negative, right? Then this is going to equal a negative. And for every even, this is going to equal a positive, right? So every time they're even, they're going to be a negative or a positive. And every time it's an odd amount, it's going to be a negative amount. Yeah? So, in essence, if we take this and rewrite this as u sub n is equal to 1 to the n minus 1 over 2 to the n minus 1 times 10, right? Then how many 2's go into 10, you said? One of them, right? So if I pull one of these 2's away, now this is a negative. Remember, this is negative. These are all negatives, right? So as I'm pulling back, right? Every time this exponent is odd, it's going to be, so every time this number is even, this will be odd, right? And so every time this is even, this number is going to be negative. And every time this is odd, this number is going to be positive. Does that make sense? Okay? So we got that. This is beautiful. Except this is still not done. Because we still have the 10 and the 2. Right? So I got to see how, if I take the 2 out of a 10, right? I'm left with 5, right? But then I got to still make sure that I have the right amount of n's here. When I do that, what happens? So, when I go n, let's change the color to red. When I go u sub n is equal to negative 1 to the n minus 1. So that one doesn't change, right? But I know that 2 goes into 10 5 times, right? And that gets rid of one of these 2's. So, is this going to be 2 n minus 2? Or is this going to be 2 to the n? Which one is going to work? If I'm taking away another 2, right? Taking away one of these 2's, I'm going to be minusing 1 from it, right? Minusing 1. Yes. So when it finalizes, I'm going to u sub n is equal to negative 1 to the n minus 1 times 5 over 2 to the n minus 2. But I got to check it, right? Check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? So you just plug it in. Plug in this 3. Plug in the 3. In 3 minus 1 is what? 3 minus 1 is?
3 minus
2. Negative 1 squared. Positive 1, right? Positive 1 times 5. 5. Okay? 3 minus 2. 1. 2 to the 1. 2. 5 over 2 should be the answer. Is the answer 5 over 2?
Yeah.
Good. Okay? So there's lots of checking here. Remember, the reason why we were able to take the 2 out, we took the 2 away. We took another 2 away, so we minused another one of them 2's. That's why it came up to minus 2 on the bottom. Does that make sense? So this is your answer. Okay? And that's how you do these problems. I'm not going to make you do what was it? The the other style. Recursive. Okay? I'm not going to make you do recursive. So I want you to be able to just do that. I think that's enough.